Well, hello and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge. I hope you're all well. It is going to be quite a big episode. We've actually played through all of the Confederation Cup group games, except for this last one against old rivals ASEC. We play them in Ivory Coast, so I thought I'll just with the World Cup as well. I thought we'll just play all the Confederation Cups off camera and we'll come back for the last one. And it turns out it's quite an important one, but we'll get to that in a minute. Things have happened. You can see transfer budget down there. We'll get into that in a minute, and we'll get into everything. I think we'll get into it now. We'll get into it straight away. Let's get in, because that's the most exciting bit, isn't it? Okay, transfer history. We know that Traore left. We know that he was leaving. Aziz was a defender, midfielder, versatile midfielder. He's gone on a free transfer. Not a problem. Stanley has left. Our leading goal scorer last season. You probably saw this. Our leading goal scorer last season has gone to Sevilla in Spain. The South African, I think he got 11 goals. He wasn't incredible. We lost the Whale early on in the season, and Stanley become our number one goal striker, sorry. And he didn't really set the league on fire, but he did well as our leading goal scorer. Unfortunately, we lost him for his release clause, which is £1 million. He's gone into Sevilla, and hopefully does a good job, but I'm absolutely gutted. I'll tell you why in a minute. Abdel was another sale that we didn't really need. Again, another versatile midfielder. I thought, well, we'll get rid of him, get some money in for him. That was the main thing of that. Then Magbit is a young left winger who's on loan, and the same with El Sayed, young midfielder gone out on loan. Hassan was the goalkeeper we spoke about bringing to replace Traore. Not as good as I thought, as my scouts has told me he could be, but I think at 30-year-old has been here before. Only left Al Majir 2 seasons ago, and has come back in £220,000. Pretty good stats. I think can be the goalkeeper we need to replace Traore without really breaking the bank. Then the second player, I think we mentioned in the last episode as well, is the Ivory Coast, the man from ASAC, the man I've been watching for about 2 or 3 years in game when he come up through their youth academy. He's done really well, got 4 caps for Ivory Coast. You can see has last 2 seasons played at least 20 games for them and done pretty well with quite a number of assists, which is pretty good. And stats wise looks very, very good, very determined, great decision maker, great team working, fucking vision is great, just really, really world class stats in there. In some areas I think can be a really, really good player. 19-year-old, very happy. And then Ishmael Magbi was at the time going to be, you can see he's on a rotational contract, a rotational winger, because we are playing wingers this season. He may be our best right winger at the moment in time. He may have to be starting. I don't know how it's going to go. Jonas. Ignore that. The loan that I thought might be pretty decent turned out to be pretty shit, so we sent him straight back. And that's in the transfers so far. We spent £700,000. Now this was all brought in. You can see these all brought in on the 13th of the 7th. These were all brought in before I got my initial budget, so they were done before the end of the season. So I had a little bit of transfer budget then. And when it come to setting my initial targets for this season, whatever I set, it left us in the minus. So that's why we have literally, we can see original budget was in brackets, which I think means minus in the red, just under £500,000. And with few sales, we've kind of risen up a little bit. So you can imagine I've not been able to bring anybody else in. That's why the squad. I'm not looking forward to this season at all. We have £13,000 available wage budget. There is a man from ASAC that I want to bring in as a right winger on a free transfer. Ignore the motorbike outside, Kone. But I haven't got the £16,000 to pay his agent fee or signing on fee, or probably both of them. So I can't even bring him in, even though he's willing to sign a cheap contract and come on a free transfer. I just can't bring him in. I can't stretch the budget to make it work. I'm not looking forward to it. The only good thing is that I've looked at the other teams around us. They're also in probably just as much trouble as we are with money. They've purchased nobody, so maybe we have a better team. We've managed to keep some of our best players for now. I'm hoping we continue to keep the likes of Fateh, the likes of both Fatehs, the likes of Hassan. They're the really good players we got this season. Diaby has been wanted by Juventus. Luckily Juventus have shut up now, but I believe they will come back in again for him. We probably will lose him, unfortunately. So it's going to be an interesting season. I feel like, do we have to sell? This is what I'm going to ask now. Do we have to sell to improve the squad, or should we just leave it? And because we're not going to be in Champions League this season anyway. Even if we win the Confederation Cup final, that will only give us qualification to the Confederation again for this season coming. So there's no Champions League. So I think we have to just focus on the league more than anything. After this Confederation Cup is done, get back in Champions League and get some decent money. But we need a win. We need a point today. I'm going to show you the group. We need a point at least a day to go through. We are top of the group, but SuperSport United are on equal points with us. You can see we both won 3 and lost 2, so it's going to be interesting. Last game of the season, or last game of the group, sorry. What's happened since? We did beat ASEC 4-1 at our ground. The Sheriff getting a goal, Adam Diaby getting 3 goals, all from free kicks in that game. You'll see he's our leading scorer at the moment. With them being Al Ganesh in our league, they're in our league, sorry, league opponents. We beat them 1-0 in a friendly. Then Ngulu Rangers, who beat us early on, well, in the group, they beat us. We beat them, luckily, at our ground 3-1. Again, Diaby getting a goal, the Sheriff, and Sorbet on the score sheet. Then also in the semi-final against champions Wadi Degla, lost 2-0. Meant to record these 2 videos here, but didn't press record on OBS. What a doofus I am. Then we lost, I mean, it was 2 losses, so I'm kind of happy, but I was annoyed at the time. Then SuperSport United, again we lost, and that's put us in a predicament where we are now. We just played this friendly and won 2-0. Pretty simple. But we're going to go into today's game hoping to get something out of it. And again, I cannot register. It's why we've not smashed the group stage like I thought we would. We can't register our new signings and people that weren't registered last season for the Confederation Cup. We haven't been able to register them. So we're playing with a weakened side again. In goal is Ahmed Sayam, he's now 17-year-old, improving pretty well for a good goalkeeper, but still not good enough to be playing. Mansour, Sayad and Mossad. Finally, Mossad is leaving, but he's leaving in January, which I was up and down about that at the time, and I thought that's actually pretty good because I ain't got money to bring anybody in, so at least we can keep him for now. We're only getting 30% of our transfer sales anyway, so we're not gonna. We need to sell a lot to get money to bring in. He's gone for, I think he's gone for his what's it called, release clause of £775,000. Alongside him is Hamad, Fateh, Hassan. I'm glad we kept both of them. They're both wanted. Okay, Fateh's not at the moment, but is usually wanted. You can see Hassan is wanted by a couple of clubs. Al Sayad, Diaby and Hamad are the front 3, and just ahead of him, of them 3, sorry, is Sorbet up front. As we go and hopefully get the point we need. It shouldn't be a problem. My team are always motivated. This is the man. Is he playing? Is he playing? He's on the bench. There you go. He is playing on the bench. As we go against my old team, I used to manage these. This is where I started the save at. Noel, I've gone through the team. Noel Asane is still here. He has left and come back. This is when I was here. These 2 seasons, he was in my academy in first team that first season. Second season, and you can see stayed at ASEC for quite a while, then went on to Tunisia, had a pretty decent career in Tunisia, come back to Ivory Coast, come back to his home, and he's going to probably end his career here. Also, another goalkeeper I just noticed that last night, I didn't realise at first, is Wilfred Kawase was the goalkeeper I started the save with. Actually ended up going to Portugal, not really doing much in Portugal, coming back to Ivory Coast on a free transfer, ended up at Rivals Africa Sports, then leaving to go to Thailand and just come back this season to ASAC. Again, another player coming back home, but was a player I managed. A real player as well, not a region, an actual real player. 2 caps for Ivory Coast, shows you his quality. I'm breathing. I think I've been speaking for so long, speaking so fast as well. I do apologise. Is that a player also I recognise? No, it's not. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. We did manage ASAC before. This is where the whole save started with them, so it's nice to come back again. I don't think we're going to go on counter. I think we're going to go standard and see how we go. Passionately, I'm just going to say, actually, I'm going to go with the assistant manager. He knows what he's talking about. He gets more greens than I get greens at the moment, so we're going to stick with the assistant manager and see what he says. But ASAC are top of the league. They're about 24 games into their season, coming to the end. I think they've got 2 games left. So they've got better match practice than us. But I suppose they could be a little bit more tired than us. We beat them 4-1 earlier on, so they're going to want revenge for that. We need a point, though, at least a point. We'd like to win and obviously finish top of the group, so we get an easier game in the semi-final, which is the next round. That was very unlucky. That could have been a goal. We've yet to have a shot on target. Maybe we'll go back to counter. Let them because they're putting pressure on us anyway, so let them allow the pressure on us and then we'll just beat them on for pace. And Sorbet should have scored there. It's come off the post. Would have been a great goal, a great time to score as we're under pressure. Can we get anything from this throw-in? Monsour's going to swing it in. It's going to be cleared. That Bakayoko Coffee looks a very good player. I've been watching him as well. Monsour, ball into the box, and Diaby has got another goal. That's 5 in about, I don't know how many games now, but he's absolutely smashing it. He's our leading goal scorer at the moment, 17-year-old. I'm not surprised Juventus are interested in him. I hope we can keep him. But for how long, I don't know. I don't know for how long. He had a great season last season. One of our best player last season for a 16-year-old, just turned 17 towards the end of the season. What a player he was for us. And he's there in the goals this season so far in the Confederation Cup. Good goal for him. Obviously going to really put himself in the window for Juventus to come and snap him. Who knows what's going to happen though. We're going to be at half time. It's going to be 1-0 up, I think. Which is good. Since we've changed to counter, we've played a little bit better stats wise. I mean, I'm going off for not saying anything of the highlights since that. But I think we're going to get a half time 1-0 up. And I think we're just going to nicely just say, I'm not going to say there's no pressure because I don't believe in that. I'm going to calmly say, no, they seem quite composed. So we're going to be assertive and just say, don't think the job is done. If you're looking stressed, mate, you can come off. If you're looking stressed, I'll bring you off. You're shit anyway, to be honest, but I've got no one to bring you off for. You're lucky. Unless I do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play a left back, a right back. He's probably shit, but he's going to go in there and see if he can. I know, that's not a good substitution, I know, but he's shit anyway, so it might help. He's looking stressed. I can't have any stress play on the pitch. We need to remain focused. We need to go in this and do a positive job and just get through. Just get through to the semi-final. Really do. Because I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm starting to think Egypt is not the rich nation that I thought it was, because there's absolutely no money at the moment. Sorbet dribbling around people, shot right against my old pal Wilfred Kouassi. He's collected that well. It's nice to come back to AC. It's nice. It's really nice. The manager does not like me. He's been there since I've left, and he does not like me at all. He does not like me. He's always slagging me off. And I don't like it because I don't slag him off. I don't do it because I have a love for this club. 2 years in a row I've managed this club in a Hexagon Challenge. And I look for him in real life. I do look for him in real life. I've got a little bit of a love for the club, which you do when you manage a club, don't you? You kind of get a little bit of a love for that certain club. Sorbet's playing pretty shit. We're actually going to bring on the Sheriff. And the Sheriff doesn't really... I'd have rather sold the Sheriff than Stanley. I really would. I can't believe we lost Stanley. I'm gutted about that. I can't even bring another striker in to replace him because of the money. It's just an absolute, at the moment, ball ache. And it's something I'm not enjoying. We're going to do that. I know Fateh does not like playing over there, but we're just going to do that so we do not get Hassan sent off. We cannot afford, really, to go down to 10 men. We're only 1-0 up. We're going to finish top of the group if it remains this way. Supersport must be beating Ngulu Warriors. I keep saying it Rangers, but we're obviously ahead on goal difference. That's the word, isn't it? I can't speak for whatever reason. Here we go. It does not look promising. I told you it's not look promising. That's going to drop us to second. With ASEC now, obviously going to smell blood. Of course, they're going to smell blood now. This Aka as well, another young player, look, huge potential, got 5-star potential. Good goal from Diamande. Shit. What's going to happen now? What is going to happen now? Right, let's just... I don't know. I'm nervous now. I'm nervous. I can see it. I can see us losing it. I can genuinely see us losing this right now. I'll take the point. I'll take the point. Please, just finish point. Please. Come on, come on. No, no, no. It's not. It's going to be a highlight. Here's Ali now. It doesn't. He's not a right winger, but he's getting forward. He's lost the ball. Diaby, please score. Just penalty. It is a penalty. Mohamed Diary has brought down. Oh, who's going to take the penalty? This should be the end of the game anyway. It doesn't matter. So, Hamad. I don't know if he's a penalty taker. He is. It's 2-1. We're going to go back top of the group. I hope. We are going top again. That should give us an easier. In theory, an easier semi-final. The dream is still on. the dream is still on to win the Confederation Cup. It's not the Champions League. I know it's not the Champions League, but it might be the best we can do this season. Blow the whistle, ref. Come on. Blow that whistle. He has blown it. I'm back in Ivory Coast, and I've won again back in the Ivory Coast. I'm going to be... we won't be too harsh on them. Let's just, they've gained some confidence from that. That's good. That's what we need. Leave match. We go through into the semi-final. Who are we going to get? Does it say who we're going to get? It doesn't. We can look at Group B. We're going to play... That's not bad. I'm happy with that. It might be a final against Wadi Degla, which is not good. I don't think I've beaten him since I've been here. Don't know what the hell that noise was. But I beat him with MC Alger when I was in Algeria. We're going to play Tunisian team NS. Is it NS? I've already forgotten. ES Tunis. They're actually a pretty decent side, but we're better on paper. Hopefully we can beat them. They currently they won the league last season, not started their season as well. So we're on even shitty pre-season football like that, I guess, which is pretty good. I think the start of the season does come soon. But guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Luckily, for the skin of our teeth, because that could have gone wrong, we have made it through into the semi-final of the Confederation Cup. Happy days. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. Let me know what you think I need to do. I mean, I don't really want to sell players to make money, because it's just hard in this kind of the world, because you can't always register your new signings for the continental football and blah blah blah, so it messes you up there. You don't really want to sell all your key players, so we're going to take that into consideration and not try and sell anyone. I think I'm just going to stick with the team we've got, which I'm not 100% happy with, but we might have to just grin and bear it at the moment. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I shall see you in the next one, hopefully. Take care.